How to write a good transition sentence, a la Shmoop. You can't go from the highway to anywhere else without an exit ramp. You can't get from one classroom to another without going down a hallway. And you can't go from one point to another in an essay without a transition. So how do you write good transition sentences? Transition sentences exist to guide your reader from one idea to the next. You don't want to jump from talking about Violet Beauregard to talking about serial killers without some sort of transition. Unless your reader really hates Willy Wonka or blueberries, they're not going to follow that logic. If an essay represents your train of thought, each of the paragraphs are different cars on this train. They need to be hooked together by a strong transition, or one of them is going to jump the tracks. And if that's the dining car, well, it's going to make a huge mess. Think of the feedback you've received from your teacher or peers. If they've called your work choppy or disjointed or hard to follow, you might just need a few good transitions to get your essays back on track. The first thing to try is simply use transition words such as next and however to link your paragraphs together, like this and this. Your transition sentence can come at the end of a paragraph or at the beginning of the next one. Experiment with both and we'll see what feels right. If your ideas are similar, you can link them together with phrases like also, likewise, or in the same way. Yeah, check out these phrases. Da, 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 da. In much the same way, but a little different, sometimes you need to contrast things. When contrasting, you can use linking words and phrases like but, yet, nevertheless, and however. However, hey, look what we just did. If you're listing things like detailed characteristics of the different cars in a descriptive essay about trains, transitions come in handy too. Here are a few good transitions to use when providing additional support to your thesis. Additionally, also, in addition, and furthermore. Furthermore, there are times when you need to emphasize a point, perhaps right before you go into your kick-butt closing paragraph. Good emphatic transitions include indeed, in fact, truly, and of course, of course. Of course, whoa, did it again there, see, we slipped it in. There's no set way to transition between paragraphs. Sometimes all you need is a next or a however. Sometimes you can compare with words like also and likewise, or contrast with words like but and nevertheless, or emphasize your point with indeed, in fact, and of course. And the key idea here is that the ideas link. So you got to ask yourself the real heavy questions there. Does this paragraph connect with that one? Does it make logical sense? Then the transitions ought to flow. Okay, finally. And yeah, that's a good transition word too. Never underestimate the power of a well-placed and. Sometimes the small words are the best, especially when they're trying to stop a runaway train.
Shmoompa loompa doopa-dee-doo.
Subscribe to check out more equally fantabulous videos. You should see the subscribe button just below this one. If you're having trouble locating it, we recommend you watch our video, How to Find the Subscribe Button.